The sky rained ash, a never-ending shower of destruction that buried everything in its path. The sun, a hazy spark in the vast grey emptiness, gave no warmth, only a pale and gloomy light that could barely push through the thick ash. The earth, once alive and full of life, was now nothing but a deserted wasteland, hurt and broken. Deep cracks scarred its surface, showing the violence of past disasters. The supervolcanoes, awakened from their ancient sleep, had choked the sky with their rage. Their massive eruptions had thrown tons of ash and debris into the air, blocking the sun's light. Mountains shook, spitting fire and molten rock. Rivers of lava flowed down their sides, destroying everything they touched, turning landscapes into fiery hells. Tsunamis, giant walls of water, crashed onto the continents, swallowing entire cities. These huge waves, born from earthquakes under the sea, swept away everything in their path, leaving behind only ruins and desolation. Millions of people had died in the blink of an eye. The once busy streets were now silent graveyards, littered with debris and lifeless bodies. Those who had survived the first wave of destruction faced another kind of death, a slow and painful death under a suffocating blanket of volcanic winter. The ever-present ash made every breath a struggle, every day a fight to stay alive. Hope, once a bright light in the hearts of humanity, flickered and faded with each passing day. The few survivors desperately looked for signs of renewal, but mostly found proof of the coming end. The air was heavy with the smell of death and despair. Every breath was a reminder of how fragile life was, of how uncertain their existence was in this ruined world. Yet even when facing complete destruction, the human spirit held on to life, desperately searching for a reason to go on. Human resilience, that unbreakable spirit, still glimmered faintly in the darkness. This was the world Leah inherited, a world on the edge of collapse. She knew that survival wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to find a way to rebuild, to bring back hope to humanity, even in the deepest darkness. Leah, barely a woman, carried the weight of survival on her small shoulders. Her spirit, strengthened by disaster, refused to be put out. Every day was a struggle, every night a reminder of all she had lost, but deep in her heart, a small flame of determination continued to burn. She had heard the whispers, the stories passed down by the few old people still alive, the guardians of dawn. These stories, though incomplete and often filled with sadness, carried within them a glimmer of hope, a promise of a better future. The legend spoke of a group of scientists, visionaries who had seen the disaster coming. They had worked tirelessly, expecting the challenges to come and looking for solutions to save humanity. They had built a sanctuary, a technological marvel hidden deep inside the earth, where knowledge and resources were kept safe. This place, shrouded in mystery, was said to hold the keys to rebuilding civilization, a seed of hope waiting to be cared for. This seed symbolized not only survival, but also the possibility of renewal and growth in a destroyed world. Leah held on to this hope, to this whisper of a chance. Every step she took, every decision she made, was guided by this deep belief that something better was possible. She gathered a small group of survivors, souls as broken and resilient as herself. Together, they formed a makeshift family, united by their shared desire to survive and rebuild.
There was Mark, a tough mechanic with rough but steady hands. His mechanical skills were invaluable, able to fix and maintain the machines they needed to survive.
Aisha, a young doctor, whose eyes reflected a deep well of compassion. She took care of the physical and emotional wounds of her companions, bringing much-needed comfort in this unforgiving world.
And old Pierre, his face etched with the trials of the past world, his memory a goldmine of forgotten knowledge. His stories and advice guided the group, offering them valuable perspectives on the challenges they faced.
Together, they embarked on a dangerous journey, guided by a faded map passed down through generations. Their destination, the legendary refuge of the Guardians, a beacon in the encroaching darkness. Each step brought them closer to their goal. Each obstacle overcome strengthened their resolve. They knew their quest was risky, but the hope of finding this sanctuary drove them forward, to believe in a future where humanity could rise from its ashes. Their path was full of danger. The earth, battered and deformed by earthquakes, offered a dangerous path. The rivers, once lifelines, were now unpredictable and dangerous. Food and water were scarce, fiercely fought over in a world laid bare. They met other survivors, some driven mad by the horrors they had seen, others clinging to what was left of civilization.
Some offered their help, a shared meal, a moment of rest.
Others, consumed by despair and fear, turned to banditry, preying on the weak. Through it all, Lea's resolve never wavered. She led with quiet strength, her determination fueled by the hope she saw in the eyes of her companions. They met each challenge head-on, their shared struggle creating an unbreakable bond. After weeks of relentless pursuit, hope transformed into something brighter. It was no longer just a distant dream, but a tangible reality that illuminated their path. Every step they took was guided by this newfound light, a light that promised a brighter future.
A symbol etched on a weathered rock face, barely visible under layers of ash. This symbol, though nearly erased by time, carried within it the hope of renewal. It reminded the explorers that even in the darkest of times, there was always a glimmer of hope.
The Mark of the Guardians. An ancient sign left by those who had once protected this place. This mark was more than just a drawing. It was a testament to their wisdom and foresight. Their hearts pounded, torn between hope and fear as they followed the ancient markings, their steps lighter, their spirits renewed. Each mark they uncovered brought them closer to their destination, and with each discovery, their determination grew.
The entrance to the refuge was a testament to the ingenuity of its creators. Hidden within the mountain, this technological marvel was a sanctuary of knowledge and resources, designed to withstand the test of time.
A hidden door, built into the rock face, slid open, revealing a passage that went deep into the earth. This secret passage, unknown to many, was the key to their survival and their future.
Inside, they found much more than just shelter. What they discovered was a treasure trove of knowledge and resources, carefully preserved for future generations.
They discovered a testament to human ingenuity, a self-sufficient haven powered by geothermal energy, stocked with enough supplies to last for generations. This refuge was proof of humanity's ability to adapt and survive, even in the most challenging of conditions.
Seeds, carefully preserved, promised a future harvest. These seeds were a symbol of a new beginning, of a possible rebirth thanks to the foresight of the Guardians.
Books, their pages filled with the knowledge accumulated over centuries, offered a path towards reconstruction. Each page turned revealed ancient secrets, forgotten techniques, and stories of survival and resilience. And at the heart of it all, a message from the Guardians echoing through the ages. This is not the end, but a new beginning. This message, etched in stone, was a powerful reminder that even after the darkest of times, there is always a chance for renewal and rebirth. With renewed hope in their hearts, they set to work. The refuge, named Nouvelle Aube, buzzed with activity. The fields lit by artificial light were full of life. The workshops echoed with the sounds of construction. Knowledge, carefully preserved, was studied and shared. Children, born into darkness, took their first breaths in a world bathed in the soft glow of hope. They learned about the world before, the mistakes that had been made, and the future they were determined to build. Years passed, each one a victory against all odds. Nouvelle Aube thrived, a testament to the unbreakable spirit of humanity, a beacon of light in a world still covered in darkness. But the world outside the sanctuary remained dangerous. The volcanic winter remained, though its hold had weakened. The air was still thick with ash, and the sun remained a pale ghost. And rumors carried by the wind spoke of a new threat. They were called the Pillars, brutal and merciless bandits who roamed the wastelands, looting and destroying, leaving only desolation in their wake. They were drawn to the growing light of Nouvelle Aube, their greed fueled by the promise of its riches. LEA, hardened into a seasoned leader by years of hardship and responsibility, knew the time had come to defend the fragile peace they had built. The people of Nouvelle Aube were not warriors, but survivors. They had faced the end of the world and had risen from the ashes.